Welcome to Sinfully Good, where we're doing a sinful skillet chicken Alfredo. Now, if you guys don't think this can be done in one skillet, I'm going to show you it can. Hold my wine and let's go. You will need this stuff, and I do have a printable recipe in the video description. A link to it. Anyway, add your oil and your butter to a hot pan over high heat. Add your onions. Let's go mid-high on that. Stir those up and cook them until they're starting to get a little translucent. Then go ahead and add your garlic. Cook it for another 30 seconds until the garlic becomes fragrant. You'll smell that garlic. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help in the algorithms and gets my recipes out to the world. So help me out in that, y'all, please. So we're going to take the chicken, about that small bite-sized pieces, add it to the pan, and go ahead and stir it and start to cook it. Now we're going to add this herb base. It's an Italian herb base from Better Than Bouillon. Great stuff. And it's kind of a gel or kind of a cream almost. It's more gel. Going to take about a tablespoon of that, drop it straight in there and stir it in. Get everything coated. And we're browning that chicken at the same time and getting all those wonderful flavors in there. Now the chicken is fully cooked. You don't see any pink. We're going to go ahead and add those sun-dried tomatoes. It's going to add lots and lots of flavor. Those are really good. Now I took julienne ones without the oil and chopped them up and just dropped them right in the pan there. And we're just going to remove that chicken and tomatoes and onion mixture and put it into a bowl and set it aside for right now. We're going to move on to the second part, and this is the part that's going to surprise you. This is where I make pasta in a skillet. Now we're taking our regular spaghetti. I use spaghetti for this, and it's too big for the pan, so I'm sorry, all you purists and Italians out there. I'm going to break it. We're going to break it, and we're going to set it sort of in a crisscross pattern in the pan, just like that. Kind of keeps it from sticking at the very beginning because you're adding water to it at this point and we don't have it turned on and it's not already boiling. So we're adding just enough water to cover the pasta. We don't need any more, just enough to cover. See how it's just covered right there? That's all we need. Add a little bit of salt. Now, when I say a little, I mean a little, because that without all that water, it's going to intensify that salt. We're going to temp this up to 180 degrees, the water itself, and then set our timer for whatever the package direction says for if you want al dente or whatever, just like you normally would in a big pot. Now, we're stirring this pretty regularly throughout because we don't want it to stick together. Just kind of keep coming back to it and stirring it. Once you get the timer goes off, pour out everything but about a cup of the water and just leave that cup of water in the pan. Now we've had this on high and I'm going to drop the temperature to medium. Add our butter and go ahead and stir it in. We want that butter to melt before we go to the next step. Now we're adding the Parmesan. Now I did this in 1/2 cups at a time. I used about a cup total. Just stir it in, and if you feel like you need more Parmesan, you can add more. I would do in probably 1/2 to 1/4 cup increments. Return that chicken and tomatoes and all those stuff that leaked into the bowl. Just drop it all right in that pot, that skillet, and just stir it all up, get it all. We're reheating the chicken, all of that stuff. Now, I like mine a little creamier, so I added a tablespoon of heavy cream. This is not necessary if you don't want to do that, or if you don't want to use milk products, you're more than welcome to skip this. I added also peas to make it pretty now. Again, optional. You could also add spinach leaves and let them wilt in the pan. So a couple of cups of spinach leaves, stir it up and let it wilt in the pan. And remember, we saved that pasta water off to the side. This is why, because my sauce tightened up a little bit more than I wanted. And so I added the pasta water, which keeps it nice and thick without completely overdoing it. Now I tasted, decided this needed a little bit more salt, so I added salt to, taste it to make sure that it's exactly what you want. Stir that in. And now we're going to plate this. Now here's a little trick, guys. Take a big old tongs full of the spaghetti, stick it in the bowl of a ladle, and then twist it, and then just lightly dump it into the bottom of your bowl, and it's going to look just like it does at the restaurants, just like this. I topped it with a little bit more Parmesan and some parsley, and there you have it. I'd like to thank you for joining me in my kitchen today for this wonderful one-pot pasta meal. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me in the algorithms. And as always, y'all have a blessed day.